Ryan Banks asks, what is your favorite video game console? Are you excited about Nintendo NX? And did your top favorite games list change a lot ever since? My favorite games console, probably if I was thinking about it, judging from all my favorite games and stuff, probably the Wii, mainly just for all the games that I've played on that I absolutely adore. So I'd probably say the Wii, despite how critical that may be. Am I excited about Nintendo NX? I guess I am, but uh, I'll mainly get excited about it once I know more about it, what games are going to be out on it, and then just other things. Then I'll get excited for it. And did my top favorite games list change a lot ever since? It's probably changed quite a bit. I haven't given much thought. It's probably changed quite a bit considering. Like at the end of top 100 favorite games, I do then have like a list of games that at the time of releasing the final part would have been on the list if I'd started it now, and now I have more games to add on top of that I've played after the release of the top 100. So I don't know. It probably would have changed a lot. I just don't know how. Zephyr7551 asks, who is your favorite character from the Zelda series? Have any Pokken tournament thoughts, and any more live streams in the future? Favorite character from the Zelda series, other than Link, I'd probably say Midna. Midna is she's such a great character in terms of like her personality, then as well as her functionality in game and all her abilities and stuff. She's just my favorite character. There's just so much I like about her. Like I've said, I really like Pokken Tournament. It's probably one of the few fighting games other than Smash that I can play, and Weavile is my main. Weavile forever, basically. And any more live streams in the future, none that I have planned, but I probably will do more. I just don't know when. The Real Sora asks, Pokemon Sun or Moon, and what would you do if some external problems take place? And what would you do about the channel? Like I said, I don't know enough about Sun or Moon to have an opinion about either of them, so either or. And if some external problems take place, I don't know. I honestly do not know in the slightest what I would do. I have no idea what I would end up doing in that situation. Probably end up doing something, but I have no idea what. Okay. So, yeah. Thief of RPG asks... Wait, just skip ahead of this one. Pixelmon King asks, what do you find the scariest? Have you ever found something so disgusting that you threw up? And what is my least favorite game? What do I find the scariest? Like, Vance asked me like my fear again, and I don't know. I don't really have anything in particular that I find terrifying or scary, so I don't even have an answer to that question. Have you ever found something so disgusting that you threw up? No. I've never really thrown up out of disgust. I've only ever thrown up out of sick. That's the only way I've ever thrown up. And my least favorite game, probably picking, I'd say, Sticker Star now. Fucking hell, Sticker Star, that's just so wrong, feels to me. Samuel Baggins for the win asks, what do you think of the DLC characters in Smash Bros. Now that they are all out? What is your favorite non-gaming YouTube channel? Of the DLC characters in Smash, I'd say, again, my opinion on all of them. Mewtwo is pretty cool, but I've never really played extensively as him. Lucas was actually a contender for the top 10 because I really like Lucas. Roy, I've already talked about him in my top 3 Smash Bros. Characters. He's satisfying and really fun to play as. Ryu is a character I've always wanted to learn how to play as, but never really got into the flow with him. Cloud, surprisingly liked him. He's really cool. Corrin, surprised even more that I like her, because I only play female Corrin. Surprised at how good she was. And Bayonetta, she's really awesome, but I don't like her as much as I thought I would like her. My favorite non-gaming YouTube channel is probably Channel Awesome Nostalgia Critic. Aaron Kinnick asks, since you have the Metroid Prime trilogy, have you ever owned or played Metroid Prime Hunters before? Are you bothered by the fact that Yuga's battle theme is in Smash Bros. 4 since you despise him? And finally, did you vote for Runners in the Smash ballot back when it was still going on? Conveniently, I have played, basically, when I got my DS, my very first DS, back in like 2004, 2005, the game that came packaged with it was a demo for Metroid Prime Hunters, in retrospect. And I didn't play that much, and I didn't really like it. That's just pretty much it. And Yuga's battle theme is the one thing I like about Yuga. It's, I don't know, I just really like the sound of it. I just like the whole, the chanting in English really really surprised with that it's like chanting but in English, and just like the whole pace and rhythm of it is something I really like. The only thing about Yuga that I like. And like I said, no, I didn't vote for Rundis because I knew that Rundis had practically no chance of getting in, so I just went for Shovel Knight. The Masked Picori asks, have you played any Fire Emblem games, and what's your favorite console? I played a bit of Fire Emblem Awakening, but I'm going to do a Let's Play on that, and my favorite console is the Wii. Forced Bug asks, do you listen to music? If so, what genres and artists? Who are your all-time favorite video game characters? And finally, have you ever played Dust and Elysian Tale? Like I said, I don't have any particular kind of music that I like. I just like music that I like. My all-time favorite video game characters, there's too many goddamn lists that I can't even comment on. Like characters like Midna, Shulk, just I can't even list all the characters that I really like. There's just so many. And no, I've not played Dust and Elysian Tale. I might, but I'm uncertain whether I will or not. Metroid Prime 10 asks, what do you think about the new Metroid? Which game would you like a sequel to, and have you ever played Dark Souls? Like I said, these are questions before. What I think about the new Metroid, I'm not that interested in it, but I'm not interested in it at the moment. But I'm not gonna write it off just like that. What I want to see get a sequel to, I'd like to see Rayman 4. Basically, that's what I'd like to see. And no, I've never played Dark Souls. The Green Dragon 53 asks, what are you hoping will be shown at the upcoming E3 in June? What happened to your Bayonetta LP, and do you plan on continuing it or dropping it? And a while back you foreshadowed a collab with someone on the favorite 3DS games list. Who is it, and for what list/project? I'm mainly hoping for stuff on Zelda Wii U, like a name, actual like proper stuff about it, because I really want to know what's happening with Zelda Wii U. That's what I want to know for E3. The reason I stopped doing the Bayonetta LP was because I don't know. I just wasn't really enjoying it. Really, I just wasn't having fun with it. I mean, like, I really like Bayonetta, but I just didn't think it worked well for me doing it as a Let's Play, and that's why I stopped making videos for it. Yeah, and finally, the collab was that was my friend Logan Falk's Minion, and that was kind of like a joke that he and I have always had. Well, I'm not sure whether he would agree with me and do with this, but it's basically like, at various points we have said that, haha, we should totally do a collab together, yeah, and then we never do anything about it. Because, like, we never have any ideas. Like, I'm sure we'd both be up to work together on a project, but we've never had any ideas. So we can't really do anything if we don't have any ideas. So if you guys have any particular ideas that maybe Logan and I could do together, then I'd be totally for that, basically. Jake Muller 159 asks, which of your countdowns would you say was your best? Which of the Pokemon starting playable characters was your favorite? And what is your favorite helper in Zelda between Midna, Navi, Tail, and Phi? Probably my count that I'd say is the best. It's old now, but I'd still say my collab with Rabbit Luigi is the best because I just think like Will and I just had a good synergy going on between us. Like I worked my ass off on that script and he really liked it, and I just think a lot of it just came together, and I just think that's probably my favorite countdown I've ever made. I just think it's really good and really enjoyable. Which Pokemon Star playable characters is my favorite. I'm not sure. I never really gave it much thought, the playable characters. But maybe if I had to pick a favorite, maybe Rosa from Black 2 and White 2. Because I don't really think much of them, but out of those two, out of all of them, I'd say she's my favorite. If I had to really pick. My favorite help in Zelda is definitely Midna. No doubt about it. Midna. Okay? Samantha Powell asks, heard of Ask King Sombra, funniest video game moment, and favorite Zelda song? I never heard of Ask King Sombra. Funniest video game moment, I don't know. There's been so many. I don't even know what to define it as. Like, funniest video game moment. I don't even know what to answer. There's too many to pick. There's so many things I can't even think of one. There's just so many hilarious moments that have just been. They go on. I don't have a funniest video game moment. Yeah. But my favorite Zelda song, I've already said, is it is the main theme of Wind Waker. That will always be my favorite Zelda song. It's beautiful and sums up everything, not only about Wind Waker, but I think it sums up everything about the Zelda series. Yeah. Okay, Christian Clemens asks, what is your favorite Pokemon? Would you be willing to send out your friend code for future battles? And are you going to pick up Sonic Boom, Fire, and Ice? My favorite Pokemon I've already said is Metagross, and that's just obvious reasons why Metagross is my favorite. And send out my friend code for future battles. I haven't played Pokemon, like, training up competitive Pokemon in a long time, so probably if I was ever in a state where I would do possible battles, I would send it out, but at the moment I'm not in any state to do that. And I probably won't pick up Sonic Boom Fire and Ice. I didn't pick up Sonic Boom originally, so I don't have any interest in Sonic Boom. Okay, I cannot think of a good username asks, what do you want to see in Sonic's 25th anniversary game? Thoughts on the Star Wars franchise and favorite movie in the franchise if you've seen any, and has there been any franchise you loved as a kid but grew up to dislike/hate? Like I said, for a 25th anniversary game, I just want a good Sonic game. That's what it is. I want a good Sonic game. My thoughts on the Star Wars franchise, I like it as a whole. The prequels I liked as a kid, but coming back and coming back and looking at it, yeah, they're pretty bad. The old ones are better, but out of them, I'd say my favorites is between either A New Hope or Force Awakens. Those are probably, between those two are my favorites. And any franchise I loved as a kid and grew up to dislike, hate, nope, I've remained fairly consistent with my likes and dislikes. Okay, Twilight Sun Wolf 537 asks, what's your favorite Royal and Fire Emblem Fates? What do you expect of the NX? And do you think Zelda Wii U will appear at E3 this year? Why? Like I said, I haven't played Fire Emblem Fates, so I have no idea about anything about Fire Emblem Fates. What I said on the NX, I don't have any expectations or anything. The only thing I expect is there to be some good, enjoyable games on it. That's what I expect out of it. And I'm not sure if it should appear at E3, and I want it to appear because we need more information about Zelda Wii U. We need more information about Zelda Wii U. So, Danny Pasusta asks, have you ever played Fire Emblem Awakening? Who is your favorite female character in gaming? And will you ever do a Let's Play of Ratchet and Clank? Fire Emblem Awakening, I have played a bit of, and I'm going to do a proper Let's Play of that, so it'll be fine. Who's my favorite female character in gaming? Probably have to say cliche choice, maybe like Samus. I don't know. I just really like Samus is badass and just she's awesome. And will you ever do a Let's Play of Ratchet and Clank? I've never played a Ratchet and Clank game, so I can't do a Let's Play on a game like that because I don't own any or played any. Okay. Monsieur Sanji has two questions. Favorite food and do you watch anime? Favorite food, yes. Favorite food, chocolate cake, like I've said before. And do I watch anime? Yes, I've seen my favorite anime is Kill la Kill, and my other ones I like are like Seven Deadly Sins, Food Wars, and as a guilty pleasure, Sword Art Online. E123 RobotCon asks, thoughts on Sonic Lost World, at what event in New York did you get your Celebi at, and what would you like to see in Pokemon Sun and Moon? Like I've said before, but Sonic Lost World, it's not fantastic, but it's not bad either. It's good. It's average. It's good. It's decent. That's what I'd say. There's nothing really spectacular about it, but it's enjoyable. It's fun. It's harmless. So yeah. That's what I think about Sonic Lost World. Event in New York, the event, I don't know because I think it was the event that was shortly after the release of Pokemon Forever. I believe because it was, because I think it was during that holiday where I was in New York that I saw the Pokemon Forever movie because it had just come out in cinemas. So that was where I'd seen it. And that's where I got it from. And what would I like to see in Pokemon Sun and Moon? Like I said, I'd like to see, the following Pokemon mechanic return and the PWTs return, but also like there to remove. I'd like to see no more HMs. That's what it is, because HMs are annoying and I hate having HM slaves around. Okay, Cam Digger asks, what's it like to live in Australia? What is your opinion of indie games in general? And if you could live in the world of a video game, what would it be and why? What's it like to live in Australia? I don't know, it's just where I live. You don't think much of the place where you live. It just is the place where you live. I mean, like, I guess I'm trying to comment on it, like, particularly where I live, because because you have to understand in Australia, it's basically portions of highly populated areas and then vast patches of absolutely nothing. That's how it works. You have it dotted around the edges of Australia, like around the edges, like all around the edges of it, but in the center there's nothing there because it's unlivable there. It's just insane. But as a whole, like where I live, it's like the weather kind of does what it wants. You have a lot of a lot of weird and potentially dangerous wildlife and scary wildlife. I mean, like at one point when I was first living in Australia, like at one point in my like room, like my bedroom, like above me, there was a huntsman spider. For those of you who don't know what a huntsman spider is, it's a spider as big as the palm of your hand, and that's just the body, not including its legs. I mean, like in retrospect, the huntsman, while huge, is actually really harmless because its teeth aren't strong enough to pierce human skin, and they're non-venomous, so they're not that dangerous. But it's kind of scary. But as a whole, it's fine. There's no, as much as people like to say there's like poisonous snakes and stuff. If you, a lot of the like dangerous animals in Australia, there is a case of if you don't fuck with them, they won't fuck with you. It's kind of that whole concept. You leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. That's a lot of what it is. What's my opinion on indie games in general? I think it's a great concept. I've never really been too into indie games myself, just my own likes and dislikes. But I have a lot of respect for indie game in developers. Like literally, like my friend Yeson is going into indie game development, so I have a lot of respect for him as well. So it's just, yeah, indie games are awesome. I just don't personally play a lot of them. And if you live in the world of video game, what would it be and why? The Pokemon world. Of course, you'd live in the Pokemon world. But what other world would you want to live in? Soon. Movie buff Gina asks, what are some games that came out or you played since making your top 100 that would now find a place on the list? That list is way too big. Like I have a list of like games at the end of the final part of the top 100 that just lists all of them, and then I have other games that I've played since then that would all be on the list, and it's just insane. Yeah. Okay. Ryan Rocky asks, what's the best Mario Maker level you've seen / played? I don't know. Maybe like the auto Mario levels, like a few of the auto Mario levels, because they're just insane and fun to look at. It's just like, yay, this is fun. That's just kind of what it's, I don't really have any really opinions on Mario Maker levels. Okay. Yorgos Sahamis asks, what editing software do you use? Like I said, I use Sony Vegas Pro 13. Sloth the Chaos 666 asks, what are your thoughts on Nintendo recently cutting production of Wii U consoles? What are your feelings on the general consensus of Sonic as of late? And who is your favorite female character in gaming? It's a little upsetting. It's a little upsetting that they're cutting production of Wii U consoles, but I guess I can't really blame them because if the NX is coming out soon, the Wii U is going to become obsolete, and even then, it wasn't the strongest competing console at the time. But still a little bit sad about that. Feelings the general consensus of Sonic as of late. I don't know. I mean, like, there's a lot of shit, but there's also a lot of good stuff. I'm not into like the whole fan base thing, like the fan art, fan fiction, all that stuff. That's not my kind of deal. I'm just in it for the games. That's completely what I'm in it for. I don't care about like the additional stuff, the content stuff. I'm just in it for the games. That is what I'm in it for. So yeah, and my favorite female character in gaming, I'd have to say, is Samus. That's what I'd say. Persian Slasher asks, what is the most overhated game you've ever played? What is the most overrated game you've ever played? What's the most overhated game you've ever played? And do you watch abridged series like, for example, Dragon Ball Z abridged, Hellsing abridged, SAO abridged, and so on? Probably the most overrated game I ever played, I would say, is actually Ocarina of Time. It's good, but it's nowhere near as good as people say that. I could live without Ocarina of Time, basically. I could just live with that. It's a good game, but not much more than that. Other Zelda games, I feel like there's more to it than it just being a great game, but to that one, I just feel like it's solely a great game. There's nothing else of note about it. But it's not other than that. Most overhated game you've ever played? I don't know, like, maybe Skyward Sword or something, because I love Skyward Sword. It's awesome, but so I can see where some of the hate is coming from, but I don't agree with that. I just think there's all that stuff. Like, and if not Skyward Sword, it's probably maybe Metroid Other M as well. Because sure, there's problems with that game, but it's still good. Well, that was the first Metroid game I ever actually liked. If I hadn't played that, I would have gone into like the Metroid Primes and stuff. But since I played Metroid Other M, then but now when I go back and play Metroid Other M, I still like it. I still see a lot of good stuff in that. And to watch Abridged series, yeah, I watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I really like that. I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. And SAO Abridged, my brother, because he knew that I liked Sword Art Online. Like I said, it's a guilty pleasure kind of thing. He showed it to me, and we have watched the entire series so far on it. The first couple episodes I didn't like because I thought they were, like, I don't know, I just thought they were pretty mean-spirited because, like, other British ones are done out of love, but this one's done out of spite, and I can feel that hateful vibe that I'm not really digging. But then, like, episode 5 onwards, I liked because it just stopped being critical and just started being stupid, and I started enjoying it because of how stupid it was. So yeah, those are the kind of ones that I watch. Froky the Mudkip asks, are you hyped for the new Metroid game? What do you think Zelda U will be like? And opinions on Kirby Planet Robobot? Like I said, I'm not that interested in the new Metroid game. I'm hoping that Zelda Wii U is gonna be. I don't know what to say because if it's gonna be open world, things are gonna be able to change. Because as much as it's gonna be open world, I want it to still like have that Zelda feel, like the narrative and stuff. I still want that to be intact despite it being open world and everything. That's mainly what I look out for. And Kirby Planet Robobot, I think it's going to be awesome. Kirby Planet Robobot's going to be awesome. Will Amazing asks, will you be finishing your Bayonetta Let's Play? What is your most anticipated Nintendo game of 2016 except for Zelda Wii U? And have you picked up Twilight Princess HD and have you enjoyed or are going to pick it up very soon? Will I be finishing my Bayonetta Let's Play? Probably not, but who knows? I might somewhere down the line. I might actually get back into it. Most anticipated Nintendo game for 2016 is Kirby Planet Robobot. Kirby Planet Robobot. That's just really awkward to say. And yes, I picked up Twilight Princess HD, and it's still amazing. Dark DNA Dragon asks, could you do a collab with Kitsune Hawk? Have you heard of a game called God Eater? Could you also do a walkthrough of Yokai Watch? Have you heard of Digimon Story? Have you played Xenoblade Chronicles X? And have you heard of Zone of the Enders? You do a collab with Kitsune Hawk. I don't really know him or see many of his videos, but maybe. I mean, if he wants to do a collab with me, I might. I have no clue either way. I heard of a game called God Eater? No. You just do a walkthrough of Yokai Watch. I've never played Yokai Watch, so I can't do that. Have I heard of Digimon Story? I think so, but I'm not that informed on it. Have you Xenoblade Chronicles X? Yes, I have, and I've already mentioned that stuff before. And have you heard of Zone of the Enders? No. Denny's Dungeon asks, what is your favorite Gen 6 Pokemon? What's my opinion on Mario and Luigi Paper Jam? And what are some of the worst games I've ever played? My favorite Gen 6 Pokemon is Greninja, because motherfucking Greninja, bitch! Yeah, that's pretty much it, but also because he has an awesome design, he's really cool to play as. He was my Gen 6 starter, and he's just awesome in that regard. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, there are a lot of stuff that I liked in it, but it just got kind of... It was obsessed with Toad missions, and those were like easily my least favorite part of the game, the Toad missions, because that was just... It was minigame obsessed, and I was just like, okay, sure, every Mario and Luigi game, I'll admit, does have these minigame modes that are not my cup of tea, but I put up with them. This one, it was obsessed with them. Almost, nearly half the game was minigames, and it was worth it at the end, but I still didn't really like all that stuff. Just my own personal preference. And worst game I ever played, a lot of the licensed games I played in the game are like Monsters Inc., but there are also a crap ton of other ones that I won't even go into because that's just absurd. Okay, Yume Hop Hype asks, favorite manga, and Bayonetta LP continues. I don't read any manga, so I don't really have a favorite. And like I've said, the Bayonetta LP might continue, but I'm not sure. Green Cinder asks, how is your experience with Undertale, if at all? What's your favorite Smash game? And what meme is the dankest? I have no experience with Undertale whatsoever, and I have no intention of playing Undertale in the near future, and that's just it. What's my favorite Smash game? Smash 4. Easily Smash 4 is my favorite Smash game. Which game is the dankest? Maybe a new one of Don't Talk to Me or My Son Ever Again. That's just that's another one that really gets me. Okay, Skyward Sean asks, I've noticed you don't use Twitter as much as some others in the community. Is there a reason for this? How did you feel about your collab with Rabbit on Zelda bosses, and do you ever think you consider opening a Patreon? I don't use Twitter as much because I think I'm boring. I don't think I have anything to contribute. That's the main thing that I think about. When other people contribute stuff because they have things to say and they're interesting people and they have like funny things to say or quips to say. I have nothing. I have nothing to contribute. I'm not an interesting person. I'm just like the most bland person ever. I have nothing to contribute on Twitter. So I don't know. I just don't. I just don't. I might try and do some stuff, but I don't know for sure. How do you feel about collab with Rabbit on, I'm assuming you mean Freaky Things Legend of Zelda series? That is, like I said, that's still, I think, one of the best videos I've ever done. Everything about it, to me, just works. And like I said, I might consider opening a Patreon, but I just don't feel like I'm good enough to warrant a Patreon, so what do you guys think? Bowser's Warrior asks, favorite content creator on YouTube? Ever had any ideas for a crossover game? And best friend of the Countdown community? My favorite content creator is probably JonTron, because I fucking love JonTron. He's amazing. Everything about him is amazing. He's awesome. Had any ideas for a crossover game? Not that much. The only one I ever thought of is I want a Mario and Sonic game that's actually a platformer, because that would be so much. That'd be so cool. Everything would just be beautiful. They had a Mario and Sonic platformer. Yeah. Best friend in the Canada community, I'd say Logan, Fawful's Minion. He's my best friend in the Canada community. Okay, can't think of a better name asks, what 3DS game do you think would benefit the most from for a HD remaster? Solely for graphical reasons, 3DS ports of Wii games and games that already have HD versions like Warzone can't. And now that I own a 3DS capture card, what systems can't I record from, or can't record from at their best natural quality? Okay, those 3DS games I think would benefit the most from a HD remaster. Maybe Kid Icarus Uprising, because I think Kid Icarus Uprising would look absolutely amazing on with 3D in HD. Kid Icarus Uprising would look amazing, and I think I can record pretty much every device that I have. I guess the only device that I can't record would be like an iPod or something, because I can't record that. But other than that, I can record absolutely everything else. So yeah.